Hello all, today I'll be talking about how to manage time in your tomorrow's board exam. I'll try to complete this as fast as possible, okay? So, do expect a very hard, tough paper, okay? It will be a lengthy paper. Expect a lengthy paper, but this paper can be a easy paper if you manage your time well. And for that, this is very important. It is very important for you to take each and every point very seriously. If you take this point seriously, the paper tomorrow won't be a lengthy paper. Okay, paper will be lengthy, but it will be easy peasy if you manage your time really well. Okay, now our main motto is 1 mark is equal to 2 minutes. 1 mark question should be covered in 2 minutes. So 2 mark question in 4 minutes, 3 mark question in 6 minutes, a 5 mark question maximum you can take 10 minutes. Okay, this is how you should do it. 1 mark is equal to 2 minutes. We have five sections A, B, C, D, E. A has 20 MCQs, 18 MCQs, and 2 assertion reason questions. 20 MCQs, each question 2 marks maximum. You should not spend more than 2 minutes for a question here. If you feel a question is lengthy, leave it for the end. Circle it somewhere in your answer paper, write it with pencil somewhere, circle to something, come back to the question. Okay, if you maintain this 1 mark is equal to 2 minutes, then you will cover your 80 mark paper in 160 minutes. 180 out of 180 minutes, in 160 minutes your paper will get over. Section A 20 marks, 40 minutes. This is where people take a lot of time. Do not exceed 40 minutes here, maximum 45 minutes. Try to stop at 40 itself. Section B 10 marks. This should get over in 20 minutes. It's not that, it won't be that hard. Section C 18 marks, 36 minutes. Section D 20 marks, 20 minutes. 4 5 mark questions. Again, this should not take that much time. You should try, while writing itself, write clearly, write with all consciousness, do not lose focus, write properly, because if you do not get time at the end, you should not, be like, I couldn't check my paper, that's why. No, that shouldn't be there. Write with focus. Section E is case study. Mostly nothing from the case would be there, but then some questions there would be minute details where you have to pick from the case. So depending on the question, do accordingly. First question, second question of a case study will have 1 mark, and the last question is of 2 marks. There will be three case studies. Each question will follow this format. Now, if you find a new question, if you have a doubt in a question, do not stay on that question. Leave that question for the end, because 160 minutes is what you're using for your writing. If you follow that time this schedule properly, your total time is 180 minutes, but you're only using 160 minutes. You still have 20 minutes to revise your entire paper and also come back to the questions you have left. Okay, so there will be time if and only if you follow this clearly. If you have a doubt, you should not have doubts in all questions. Okay, so if you find a question genuinely hard, like if it's out of syllabus, if you think a bit more, you might be able to come back to it. Do write it, do circle it, and do come back to it. That's why this last 20 minutes are very important. Okay, next, your 15 minutes reading time, you should be able to go through your paper and also decide the questions. There will be internal choice provided in some questions. You should be able to, decide which question you will be writing among the two internal choices provided. Do this in the first 15 minutes itself so that you can directly write. You'll be familiarized by, the internal choices. Anyways, you have to read the other questions when you come to it again. But these questions you can at least pick and keep. This I'll be doing this. I know the formula of this very well, or maybe I've already done a similar question before. Okay, so all that should be done in the first 15 minutes. The paper will be a easy paper. Usually, the board paper is easier than the sample question paper. But if in case if there are tough questions, if there are questions that you find genuinely hard, do not skip any question. Write the question number, Write whatever formula you know. If you don't know anything, okay, write the question number, write whatever formula you know about it, write some details about it. Do not leave any question unattempted. This is a CBSE exam. So write, write, do not, you know, leave a question. That's the main point. Attempt everything properly. If you're doing MCQs, I already mentioned this there. If you didn't mention this in the presentation video, but if you didn't watch, it's fine. Basically, what I've said there is, if you're writing, if you're showing calculations for MCQ questions on your fair page itself, write, draw a box or something when you write the final answer. Try to do all that in the rough column. But if you still need the, you know, feel the need to write the steps and do it, then finally draw a box. And MCQ questions, do not forget to write the option, the letter, and also what the option is. Do not leave it like, you know, if you find if it's an arithmetic progression question, find the nth term. If you find the nth term, your answer might be correct, but which option, who knows, which question, first or second question, second, or if it is a or question, all that has to be mentioned very clearly, because your paper is one among hundreds of papers an examiner has to correct. So your paper should be easier to correct. If it's easier to correct, easy mark, you'll easily get marks. Not easy marks, but yeah, depending on your paper, it will be a easy paper. Don't worry, just give your best. You've already done enough. Keep revising. Do revise formulas. If there's any particular concept you've always been skipping, do not do not skip anything. Go through the formulas, at least try to familiarize it. Do something. Go through your pre-board answer papers. Check where you have lost marks. Try not to repeat those mistakes. I've told this several times, but then I still feel like telling this again. Do it. It will be an easy paper. All the very best.